Found object in pump. Remove object out of housing support back here. Putting on RTV sealant as preventative maintenance to make sure that when reinstalling a part, a water part, you use a sealant, because this could become a $10,000 homeowner liability claim because of water drippage such as that. So putting RTV sealant to prevent any water breach, especially when you already have water in the chamber. And so once I put this back into place, it will seal and you shouldn't have any more leaks. And when you're doing this backwards with a backwards mount, remember righty tighty, lefty loosey, but it's the opposite when you have to do it backwards based off of the engineering access to the component. This stack unit does not have a access panel in the rear, so you have to do everything from the front. And then they designed this for the pump to be faced in the rear, not in the front. But more importantly, you want to put sealant so you redirect water towards the drain hose. Very important. Whenever you're dealing with the water system, you got to make sure you get a good seal. You will have an unforeseen water breach. You'll have water on the floor, and then that's an unforeseen water damage, which can be as much as $10,000 to $15,000, maybe $30,000, depending on what type of flooring it is. So as a DIY or a professional, be diligent, very diligent. Save yourself some future pain and problems. Call a professional, have them do it. We know what we're looking for. Did not have to replace the pump, just had to remove the object out of the drain line. Just want to get these tightened down and I'll ratchet down. This is a Kenmore name brand with a Frigidaire design, which is all the same manufacturer. I'm letting this water drip so I can witness it, or I would have this hose installed on it. And plus it gives me room. So I'll get back right with you and get this tightened down, but this is how you do it. Not as a YouTube tutorial or a YouTube university of how to fix your own machine, but you got to know the details. And anything's possible once you know the details, or you'll pay more fixing any mistakes. And for extra added protection, put a thin layer, just a thin coat. Before reinstalling, see how that jams? See how that really stiff? Feels like it needs to sit like right there, but it's pushing, it's pulling towards me. So that's what that RTV sealant, when you put this clamp back in place, if it doesn't seal completely around, that's what that RTV sealant will helps prevent any unforeseen breaches at this point. So you know the pump is sealed at the gasket of the pump. And now you know the drain hose is sealed, or will be sealed. It takes 8 hours for it to cure, 24 hours permanent, 4 hours functional. I'll get right back with you. But that's the process. Now once this goes into place, that'll be sealed, and that should take care of any unforeseen water breach. What appears to be simple is always complicated.
Yes, exactly.
And so you want to be careful because of unforeseen water breach.
Yes.
It's very easily for water to follow the path of least resistance, Ohm's law. So therefore, this less than 1/3 the cost new repair can cost you $10,000. So you have to be diligent and thinking ahead.
Yes.
So all the DIY and do-it-yourselfers to save money, yes, it is possible to save money, but the little details in the water systems for any industry, you have to make sure you use sealant to secure any unforeseen liabilities. And so you would want to have someone who has experienced a damage due to just a little trickle of water can cause you more problems than a faucet running full of water. So these are the little details.
Wow.
And sure, everyone is aware that they can save themselves money, but these are the little details that can make sure that you don't end up spending more than what you should have to. And if you can do it yourself, excellent. You're just that much more better to save yourself some money current times and events. Sears is no longer available for highly trained technicians or any of the other providers in the industry on that level. And so you get what you pay for by doing it yourself. And even as a professional, you still have to be not scared, but highly sensitive when it comes to the water system. Kenmore stack unit, Frigidaire design, same name brand as a Frigidaire. Well, it is a Frigidaire design with a trademark rights. There's about 8 different name brands, trade name marks, verifying no leaks, static pressure. I'm gonna add water into the unit, let that cure for about another 3 minutes. Add water into the unit, make sure there's no leaks, and then call it a complete repair. All right, warm water setting, rinse and spin. Check power to ground. Verify the water valve is going to get power, which then opens the water valve. Preventive maintenance. We know we have power. Push to start. 3 beeps. Each unit is a learning experience. You have to be patient. The pump is working. Now we're going to add water. I'm not going to put a full tub, just enough that I feel that the bottom has been filled up, and maybe 1/6 of the amount of the tub, just enough to completely submerge the bottom of the basket and tub for static pressure. And I know the pump is good because I heard it on a dry cavitation. My main concern is that there's no water breach. So far so good. It looks good. You never use too much sealant. Matter of fact, too much is just enough. Water secure. Looks good. In this design, you have to do the repair inverse backwards of the way it's designed. That pump should be facing forward or towards the access panel versus towards the rear. That's the little complications in it. Drain the water out and consider this complete. You can hear the water draining. Pump out, test good. Use as little amount of water as possible. Wherever there's a breach, least path of resistance, just like Ohm's law in electricity, water will find it. Bone dry.